I'll never understand why those who claim to be transgressive outsiders with contempt for societal norms would insist that those they despise acknowledge their identity and show them respect. Do you understand what I'm saying? You think this society, this country, its religion and heritage sucks, but at the same time you want those people who adhere to its values to kiss your ass. And not only that, you expect them to open the doors wide enough so that your fat ass can waddle through without any obstacles. You know who you are. You're the type that sits in Starbucks, sipping your lattes while you're on your iPhone, ordering shit on Amazon, but at the same time bitching to your comrade across the table about the evil corporations and the millionaires and the billionaires. But you whiny little bitches can be found everywhere, not only among those who have, let's say, a different sexual or gender identity, crying over the misuse of pronouns, but also among you who think you're on the left-hand path. I see you. I've read your posts. Were you one of those kids who got a participation trophy for doing nothing? Were you never in a fight? Never really had anything bad happen to you because your parents were always there to stick a pillow under your ass when you fell? And your brand of Satanism is simply an attempt to rebel against mommy and daddy? A cry for attention? I see you. You're soft and weak in a savage world. You'd rather LARP than do honest battle. To you, being a Satanist is like being a Jedi or more like a Sith, a fanciful identity, not a philosophy with an adherence to reality, but an attempt to hide your weaknesses behind a heterodoxical mask. But I see you. Why won't they accept me, you say? Why do they get offended by my satanic t-shirt, my Baphomet pendant, the inverted pentagram tattooed on my forehead? Think for a second. Do you really want acceptance from a society of sheep heading to the slaughterhouse? Really? It used to be in the past that the rebellious youth were tough. They didn't cry over being offended, but instead wanted to offend. They wanted to wake up the stagnant status quo to the reality of existence. You know what the major problem with your kind of thinking is? Your focus is narrow and you're narcissistic. Understand that this benign, soft way of life we have here in the Western world is tenuous and always has been. Out of the many hundreds of thousands of years of human history, this form of government called a democracy or a democratic republic has only been around for a couple of hundred years. It's a fragile blip in history. You're myopic and have never learned the lessons of the past. You've never paid attention to history and don't realize that this way of life is a fluke that will not last forever. It's because we, the human animal, are like ticking time bombs. We're savage, untamed beast in a cage of our own making. Why do I know we're savage, untamed? It's because no creature has ever been able to domesticate itself. Let me repeat that. No creature has ever been able to domesticate itself. It can't be done. It takes an outside force. The Abrahamists, though, think their God has done the taming. But you, on the left-hand path, you're your own God with nothing above you. So who tamed the beast? Your transgressive ways and antithetical nature should rise up from your soul. It should be who you are at your core, not a mask you put on. What is on the surface should reflect something deeper. So stop being a soft little bitch who wants the world to change for them, and instead acknowledge your primal instincts and say fuck you to the status quo. Because as an adult, you're not getting any more trophies for doing nothing. Oh, and if these words have offended you, hurt you to the point you feel unsafe, get the fuck off the path. You're taking up room. So, in conclusion, my friends, foes, and faithful minions, we are the outsiders and should always stay as such. But that doesn't mean we don't have a connection to society. As I've said before, we are the monsters gazing in the windows at night, not because we want to join the happy little family inside, but instead to maybe fill them with some existential dread, not blatantly, not overtly, but subtly. To remind them that some of us know the truth behind this savage existence. Until next time.